Hey, what's going on, guys? Schwarzenegger Magic here. Right now, I'm going to be revealing my last card trick, which was an impromptu trick. It was great. It's called the Power of Three. Now, if you haven't seen that trick or you want to refresh, click the link on the screen here. If you're on a mobile device, I've left the link in the description. That way, you can also see the performance. And once again, that's in the description. I just recommend that mainly so you can get a refresher and you know pretty much what I'm doing when I'm showing you how it's done. So go ahead and check that out. Alright, so I'm assuming you saw the performance, and this is why you're here for the tutorial. Here's basically what you're going to start out by doing. Give the deck to the spectator and let them shuffle it, and then cut the deck as much as they'd like. Alright? Once they're done, you're going to take the deck back and you're going to say, I'm going to make a prediction. What you're going to do is look at the top three cards. So right here I have the Queen of Diamonds, the King of Spades, and the Queen of Clubs. You're going to find the matches to those cards in the exact same order that they're in. So the first one I'm going to find is the Queen of Hearts. And I'm going to place that down on the pack. Alright, or on the table. The next one I'm going to take out is the King of Clubs, because that's the match to the next card. Alright, and you're just simply finding the matches to the cards in the same exact order. Next one's the Queen of Clubs, so I'm going to go in the pack and find the Queen of Spades, just like so. At this point, you're going to have these cards on the table, alright? And one thing I do recommend you do is just remember the exact order you put them down. So 1, 2, 3, or maybe you go the opposite way. Just remember that, alright? The next thing you're going to do is let the spectator choose cards. Now, someone brought up a good point in the comment section of the last trick. They said, you know, you really shouldn't say choose a card. You should say point to a card. If you say choose a card, they're going to want to take a card out and look at it. You don't want them to do that, alright? And if they do, if you say go ahead, point to a card, if for some reason they take a card out and look at it and say, you say to yourself, no, don't choose, don't look at it, I just want you to point to one, alright? And then they can choose another one, alright? But they're going to point to one card, let's say it was this card right here, and you're going to put that along with your first prediction. They're going to go on the pack and maybe choose another one, and you put that on the second prediction. One thing you want to make sure they do, or don't do, is choose one of the top three cards in the pack. Alright, mainly because those are the cards that are matches to the cards on the table, so they can't pick those. So just make sure they don't pick those, alright? And you choose one more, and they put that on prediction number 3. At this point, what you're going to do is make 3 piles. These 3 piles are going to be your 3 key cards. Now, one thing, this is why I said earlier that you need to remember the position in which you put these cards down, because you're going to do that the exact same way with these cards. So the Queen of Diamonds, it should be the Queen of Hearts here, and yes, it is, so on and so forth for all these cards here. Alright, and that's exactly what you want, them just right underneath their matches. Alright, and these are going to be face down. So you're going to say, alright, I'm going to make 3 piles, you're going to put down 3 cards, and then you're going to continue. You're going to put down more 3 cards, and then you're going to stop. Alright, you're going to say, you know what, instead we'll just put blocks of cards. And then you just simply put blocks of cards on top. Alright, just like so. At this point, the trick is pretty much self-working from here. What you're going to do is start with your prediction number 1. You're going to make up some fancy reason as to why you chose this card as your prediction, and you know, you can just make up something. And what you're going to do is place your prediction on top of the spectator's selection. At this point, you place these cards on top of the pile, alright, and then cut the pack. What this will do is place the Queen of Diamonds on top of the Queen of Hearts, just like so. You do this with number 2, alright, so you're going to take the the King of Clubs, I'm sorry, and you're going to make up some reason as to why you chose the King of Clubs. You're going to put that on top, alright, and then simply cut it into the pack, and once again, the King of Spades is going on top of the clubs, alright. One last time, you're going to take the Queen of Spades this time. Make sure the Queen of Spades is on top of the spectator selection. You put it on top of the pile and bury it into the center. At this point, what I do is I bring everything to a halt. I say, okay, we've chosen 3 cards. You've chosen 3 cards. I made 3 predictions. We just had 3 piles, and now we give the deck 3 cuts. And then you give 1, and then you go 2, and then you go 3. Alright, and those 3 cuts aren't necessary. Alright, the trick will work no matter what. That just continues with the whole thing of 3 and whatnot. From here, you simply go through the pack. You're going to take the face-up cards, alright, along with the card above them. Alright, so make sure you take the cards above it. Alright, so there's the Queen of Hearts, and one more here. Here it is, the King of Clubs. Alright, so you now have your 3 cards here, and now if you really wanted, you can give 3 snaps, 3, I don't know, claps, it doesn't matter. At this point, you just have to reveal the cards, and you can do some magical wave and say, look, we have the Queen of Clubs with the Queen of Spades, the Queen of Hearts with the Queen of Diamonds, and the King of Clubs with the King of Spades, just like that. Alright, so it's that easy, guys. Really, you can do this to anyone. They will be amazed. Unless they have instant replay, I don't think they're going to really catch on and see what you did. Alright, so that's the trick, guys. If you're wondering what this deck is, this is the white knuckle deck. This is the red version. I got this from the One-Eyed Jack. I'm assuming most of you will be wondering what this is because you don't really see it too often. So if you're looking for this deck, I will leave a link in the description with a 10% off code along with that. All right, in case you're looking for this deck. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the trick. I hope you liked the tutorial. Any questions? Just leave them in the comments below. And as always, guys, remember, I'll be back. Oh wait, no I won't, just kidding. One more thing. I have a second channel, some people might not know, but I'll leave a link to that in the description and on the screen. And now, I'll be back.